So you're taking part in this panel discussion, obviously. What is your focus?
I'm passionate about rapid reskilling with wearable technologies, looking into how we can make use of these new technologies to create more engaging educational experiences, where you draw learners inside of the experience, that they live the experience, to get them qualified more quickly, particular on practical procedural jobs.
That's really quite something to follow, isn't it? Learning, feeling the experience, Ted.
What I like to focus on is the idea that 2 years ago we sent everyone home for the pandemic. And as they come back, they're very, very changed people. And these are our students, our teachers, our faculty, our administrators. And we're in a period of change right now, which is going to allow us to really begin to implement some of these things we've been talking about for a decade, in terms of personalized learning, in terms of freedom to geographic borders, in terms of reaching out to disadvantaged populations.
Do you agree with that, Ted, saying some people want or like the change? Because actually, I think some people don't like the change.
I agree with that, and I see the resistance as well. So especially if we talk about teachers, for them it's really hard, right? They had to change, it was very rapid, they had to come up with this whole kind of new idea. So there is definitely some resistance, and I agree with you in that. And I think we should focus on how we can help teachers in make their courses more interactive, make students more safe, and focus on these interactions between courses, like how to deliver it, make a hybrid space where students feel comfortable to ask questions, for example, and for teachers to be a storyteller.
There was a huge acceleration in the education industry over the pandemic. Where are we now?
If anything, the pandemic has shown us how badly things work and how well they could be working if we would do the right investments into upskilling of teachers, upskilling also of students, equipping them with the tool set, mindset to with the literacies to make use of digital educational technologies in the right way.
Some really good points there, which I want you to pick up on, Ted, because you mentioned challenges in countries that don't necessarily have the same economic advantages.
First of all, I want to say just how overwhelmed and impressed I am with what teachers around the world did. They had no experience moving into an online world, and they really made heroic moves in order to keep their students engaged and to move things going forward. I think what's coming out of this, however, is, as Fridolin just said, a deeper understanding of what we need to do to make this kind of education work well across the board. But also, as you mentioned, this ability to break down geographic and economic lines is something that is finally available to us in ways no one would have believed in February of 2020.
So a whole process of transformation now. What is our future going to look like?
Well, to make it very practical and simple, I think the first thing, as we talked about the learnings, is to look at these positive cases that worked in education. So hybrid learning spaces, these immersive experiences. Then see what worked, measure it as well to see if the students have the great learning experience, and then apply them moving forward. And when we do that on a larger scale, I really think that we embrace this hybrid learning, immersive experiences as the future of education in a larger scale.
Well, thank you to all for talking to me.
Thank you very much.